Hi, welcome to Ottawa English. I'm Angela. Today we're going to take a look at a CELPIP speaking template for question 5, where you're asked to compare something and persuade somebody that your choice is best. This is the question we're going to take a look at. Your partner wants your opinion regarding a guitar that he or she is considering as a gift for his or her 8-year-old nephew. And we need to persuade our partner that our choice is best. We know that we're talking to our partner. We know that we're offering our opinion, and that will influence the conditional form that you use. We know it's about a guitar, and the guitar is for an 8-year-old child, a boy. And we know that we have to persuade our partner that our choice is best. We've given some information. We know that this is an acoustic guitar and the other one is an electric guitar. We know that the one we prefer is $100 and the one that our partner prefers is $250. We know that our preference has nylon strings, whereas our partner's has steel strings. We know that there's a difference in weight, and we know that some of the equipment is not included. And so we're going to try and make up a response that covers all of that territory, which can be a little bit daunting. So the first thing to remember is we're not going to be using the real conditional to make our suggestion, because that combination of the present and present is only when the result is 100% guaranteed at any time. We're not going to be using the future because that combination of the present with the future communicates a result that's guaranteed and only in the future. So the one we want to use is this second conditional, where you're combining the past with would. And that communicates that you really don't have full control over the final result. So we want to make sure that we do use the correct conditional. The other thing we need to make sure of is that we're using a clear structure. We want to pick up all the points we can for our organization. So we want to have an introduction. And in our introduction here, I've said, "Hi, Mike. Is now a good time to talk about your nephew's birthday present? I'm wondering whether the guitar you've chosen is the best alternative for Sam. After all, he is only 8. And so what we've done here is we've made sure that Mike wants to talk to us. We've told Mike what it is we want to talk about, and then we've told him why we want to talk about it. Now we can go on to our first reason. I think a lighter acoustic guitar with nylon strings would be much more suitable than the heavier electric guitar with steel strings that you've chosen. Steel strings can really hurt your fingertips, and it can take a long time to get used to them. So what we've done here is we've covered the weight of the guitar, and we've covered the type of the guitar that they gave us in the list, so acoustic and electric. And we've also covered the nylon strings and the steel strings. So a large chunk of what we need to talk about is already done. Now we can go on to our second reason. And here we say acoustic guitars are also generally not as expensive as electric guitars. And this one that I have found is less than half of what your choice would cost. And so what we've done here is we've addressed the price. So now we can say that we've covered the $100 and the $250. So all we need now is our conclusion. And in our conclusion, I really think you should take a serious look at my choice, because your nephew wouldn't have to buy any additional equipment and my choice is fundamentally more suitable for a little kid. And so what we've done in this conclusion is we've taken care of the amplifier by saying that we wouldn't need any additional equipment, and we've also reiterated that we're concerned about the suitability of this guitar that Mike is thinking about getting for this 8-year-old child. So you probably noticed that in this response we've used the comparative forms. We've used lighter and heavier. We've used more suitable and less than half, another more suitable down here. And we've used not as expensive as. So we've used several different comparative forms, and that's important. We've also got a superlative up here, which is a nice bonus. The other thing that you can see here is that we've used the second conditional in 3 places to show that we don't have control over the final outcome. Mike's the one who's going to make this decision. We're just making a suggestion. But we've also shown the examiner that we can use the 0 conditional. Steel strings can really hurt, and it can take a long time to get used to them, because that's something that never changes. So the 0 conditional is appropriate here. So we've got 3 things to remember. The first one is that follow a clear structure. That structure will give you points where you don't have to be worrying about making errors in your grammar. That structure for this question should probably be an introduction where you ask the person if it's a good time to talk to them. I mean, they might be changing a diaper or washing the dishes and you want them to be ready to talk to you. And then you outline your first reason and talk about it, your second reason and talk about it, and then you reiterate things in your conclusion. The second thing is that you use the second conditional because you're making a suggestion. And finally, use a variety of comparative forms because you're being asked to compare the things in the list and persuade somebody that your choice is the best. If you're about to take your test, best of luck. But if you need a little bit of help, do give me a call or text me at 613-614-6460. I can help you with a little bit of test preparation. I provide tutoring, writing correction and speaking correction. And for all the pricing and more information, either contact me or go to my website at www.ottawa-english.com. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye now.